Benita, total miles. Do you remember how we determine the total miles?
Total miles.
When you total something, what do?
You're adding them. You're adding
Add
it
it.
all together.
Okay, so total miles means we need to add some miles. So what sets of miles do we know about? The
We
miles
know about the deadhead miles,
and then the miles once
and
it
then
gets
the
loaded,
miles once he gets loaded.
add them together. So remember, on the load board, they are going to be called trip miles. So what would be the total miles for this trip, Benita?
So 425 plus 94,
Mm-hmm.
519.
That's the total miles from like all of his miles.
All of his miles
All of his miles. Deadhead on the way to the
and the trip
pickup
miles.
and the trip miles. Those are his total miles. Very good.
I would have never know. That's because I've watched the boys before because I
Mm-hmm.
worked in a company with drivers already, but I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to learn on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I didn't know about the deadhead miles. And when you add them together, it give you the total trip miles. Okay,
Yes.
Hmm.
okay.
Hmm.
Now, everybody's trip miles are going to be the same. You can't change that. It picks up in Corinth, Mississippi. It delivers in Danville. But everybody's total miles are different because Sam may do 42 deadhead miles. Dan might do 62 deadhead miles. So total miles are different, but the trip mile is going to be the same for
Right.
everybody. The equipment, drive in. Yes, Hassan.
All right. With the miles. So if say the total miles equaled up to more than 625 miles,
Mm-hmm.
does he have to stop? Can he not take the trip?
Okay, I'm gonna push you a little bit on this one. Okay,
Okay.
if you hold on a second, I got somebody's bugging me. I need to tell them I'm training. If you okay, so most people work 8 hours a day, right?
Right. Right.
If you have a project at work that's going to take you 14 hours, how are you going to get it done?
2 days.
There's your answer. Anything over 625 or anything that exceeds his 11 hours is going to go into the next day.
That's what I'm asking. So that those deadhead miles add to that 625, which will push him to another day.
It could. It could. That's a good observation. It could. It very well could. And that's actually something that was very challenging for me today when I was looking for a load because I don't typically do 700, 750 mile loads. It's such a gray area because the broker's either going to say you got to deliver it late the next day or they're going to say you got to keep it for 2 days. And it's never going to pay me enough to keep for 2 days. So it's a very gray area for me, the way that I think, the way that I run my truck. But that was a very good observation. Uh, Deadhead miles can potentially push a load into another amount of time that it takes to do that load.